Hello, everybody. This is Charles Nolan. Hello. I hope you're having a great day. We're here to discuss what's going on in the news, just in case you didn't know. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. Let me just get right to it. A magnitude 6 earthquake strikes Japan just before New Year. That would be today at some point. A magnitude 6.0 earthquake hit east of Noda in Japan late on December 31st, 2025, because of their time, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. Initial reports indicate no immediate casualties, though emergency services are monitoring for aftershocks as people were preparing to celebrate the arrival of 2026, just like we're all trying to do. Asia Pacific, this is another story, rings in the new year with heightened security. Countries across the Asia-Pacific region welcome 2026 with celebrations, including Auckland's fireworks and traditional bell ringing in Japan, though many events were under tight security due to recent tragedies in nearby areas. Sydney honors victims of recent mass shooting in New Year's Eve tribute. Sydney held somber yet defiant celebrations with a minute of silence and strong police presence after a December mass shooting at a Hanukkah event that killed 15 people. Global New Year celebrations continue with heightened safety measures, from subdued festivities in Indonesia and Hong Kong to grand fireworks in New Zealand. 2026 has begun worldwide with both celebration and cautious security preparations. Deep sea search for Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 resumes. Search teams have restarted a deep sea mission in the Indian Ocean, hoping for a breakthrough in the decades-long mystery of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370's disappearance. We got to pray for them and hope they find them soon, if anybody has survived. Undersea telecom cable damage between Finland and Estonia under investigation. Authorities are probing damage to a critical undersea communications cable linking Finland and Estonia, raising concerns about digital infrastructure resilience. China's Xi Jinping delivers New Year address emphasizing technological progress. Chinese President Xi Jinping marked the new year with a national address spotlighting technological achievements and commitments to reunification ambitions. Japan military buildup marks shift from pacificism. Japan continues to expand its defense capabilities beyond traditional self-defense norms, accelerating military spending and strategic initiatives amid regional tensions. Iranian protests continues as citizens demand reform. Thousands of Iranians took to the streets to protest economic hardship and political repression, with chants calling for broader regime changes. Mali and Burkina Faso imposed travel bans on U.S. citizens. West African nations Mali and Burkina Faso announced entry bans on U.S. nationals, complicating diplomatic and travel relations. Leaders from Europe and Canada convened to discuss peace efforts in Ukraine. Diplomatic talks focus on strategies to end the ongoing conflict, with U.S. participation central to the discussions. Search for answers in Mexico train crash continues. Families of victims from a deadly train derailment in southern Mexico press officials for accountability and answers. Queen Camilla reflects on personal assault while championing awareness. Britain's Queen Camilla publicly recounted her experience with assault in support of domestic violence awareness efforts. Iran's currency plunge sparks broader economic protests. The Iranian rial's sharp drop has reignited public demonstrations across the country. Unbelievable. North Korea celebrates New Year amid ongoing tensions. Pyongyang marked the New Year with official ceremonies while continuing its contentious relations with global powers. Israel halts operations of dozens of humanitarian organizations. Israeli authorities move to shutter 37 aid organizations, drawing international concern. Afghanistan and surrounding region stability remains at forefront. Security analysts note ongoing volatility throughout the region with implications for global counterterrorism. Global celebrations reflect diverse cultural traditions, from drone shows to traditional rites. New Year festivities highlight cultural richness worldwide. Military maneuvers around Taiwan heighten ongoing regional tension. China concludes military exercises around Taiwan as regional security dynamics evolve. Ongoing reporting on conflict in Ukraine and Russia, daily developments continue with attempts at peace and military engagements in Eastern Europe. Rising cybersecurity concerns with holiday season tech attacks, experts warn of increased cyber threats targeting critical infrastructure and celebratory events. Global climate events influence holiday plans in several nations. Weather disruptions have altered or canceled some New Year festivities. Let's keep it safe, folks. Entertainment and cultural features mark New Year 2026 globally. Celebratory content streams and cultural moments dominate social platforms. New studies on seismic evacuation behavior aid, disaster preparedness research using geolocation data reveals critical insights into how populations respond during quakes, informing future warnings. Historic aviation mysteries renew public interest. Renewed attention on long-standing aviation mysteries like MH370 captures international headlines. And right now we move to the U.S. top stories. Number one, the FBI disrupts New Year's Eve terror bombing plot in Southern California. Come on down. Now, California just... Well, I don't need to say it, folks. You can think it for yourselves. The FBI announced it thwarted an alleged New Year's Eve bombing plot by extremist members of a group dubbed the Turtle Island Liberation Front, who planned coordinated attacks against Southern California targets using explosive devices. 4 individuals have been charged with conspiracy and possession of unregistered destructive devices. Unbelievable. Nationwide security preparations for New Year's Eve celebrations. Law enforcement across major U.S. cities, including New York, New Orleans, Chicago, and Las Vegas, is increasing police deployments, screenings, and surveillance ahead of New Year's Eve to protect large public events and crowds. Officials emphasize vigilance and reporting suspicious activity. So, call. Say something to the, security, CIA, FBI, local police. Call. Do something if you see something suspicious. Times Square security boosted for 2026 ball drop. New York City authorities detailed enhanced security measures for Times Square New Year's Eve, including secondary screenings. Thousands of NYPD officers, K-9 units, drones, and helicopters, and concrete barriers in anticipation of the massive crowd. No known specific threats to Times Square yet. Authorities remain alert. Despite increased security, the NYPD reports no credible specific threats to the Times Square celebration as it prepares for record crowds and the U.S. 250th anniversary festivities. Anniversary of New Orleans attack shapes security mindset as the first anniversary of the deadly New Orleans vehicle attack approaches. Authorities are emphasizing protective measures and National Guard deployment in the city to prevent similar mass violence during New Year celebrations. Public safety advisories emphasize lone small cell threats. Homeland Security and FBI briefings note that the most likely threat to celebrations may come from lone offenders or small cells, urging attendees to trust their instincts and be mindful of unusual behavior. Again, call if you see something suspicious. Increased coordination among federal, state, and local agencies including the FBI, DHS, and local law enforcement, are collaborating with emergency medical services and technology partners to monitor crowds and social media for potential threats nationwide. Federal terrorism charges highlight ongoing extremist threats. Recent indictments against alleged violent extremists underscore persistent risk from domestic, anti-government, and extremist actors, reinforcing law enforcement vigilance heading into 2026. Public urged to maintain vigilance during holiday gatherings. Officials advise Americans attending large events to remain aware of exits, suspicious packages, or unattended items. Call. I keep telling you that. I mean it. Call if you see anything suspicious, and report concerns to the police immediately. General encouragement to celebrate safety and responsibility. Authorities across major U.S. cities emphasize that while celebrations should proceed, safety remains paramount, with practical advice like knowing event layouts and emergency procedures. While neither the CIA publicly issues day-to-day safety advisories for civilian celebrations, U.S. intelligence and law enforcement guidance for New Year's celebrations reflects several key themes. Heightened vigilance for lone offenders and small cells. Law enforcement notes that the most realistic threats to holiday gatherings often come from isolated individuals or small extremist cells rather than organized large-scale attacks. Report suspicious activity, folks, promptly. Officials repeatedly urge the public to see something, say something, and alert authorities to unattended bags, odd behavior, or potential threats. Large crowds remain attractive targets. Public celebrations, fireworks events, and major gatherings can attract people seeking to cause harm, so planning and awareness remain critical. Security presence to be noticeable. Massive deployments of law enforcement officers, drones, and screening efforts in major cities indicate a proactive stance to deter possible incidents. No known active threats at this time, despite increased security measures and ongoing investigations. Authorities state there are no specific credible threats identified at major celebrations at the current time. And that's here in the United States. You've got your global news and the United States news, folks. I hope that I've given you some information of value. I hope that you might take the opportunity to subscribe to this channel and click on notifications and click on like if you can, and help me build this channel into something great that is geared towards what you, the viewer, wants. I will continue to give you the best, most up-to-date information as it comes across my desk, and I will look forward to my next production with you as in mind is the most important element of this show. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope that you have a really happy New Year. Be safe out there, folks, and don't forget, anything suspicious, give a call to the local police or some official legal enforcement agency. Be safe, be vigilant, and watch for everything that goes on around you, okay? All right. Love you, my brothers and sisters. I hope to talk to you soon. And that just means have a great day.
Ohano ohil, Salaweto. Ahund Vashmaya. Nith Kadesh Moch. Tithe Malkufach. Nihoe Sobionach. Ekenet Vashmaya. Of Bara. Aplam Lachman de Sukonam Yomana. Washbuklan. Albein de Watohei. Eken Dov Hanan. Shbaken le Hailbein. Le Ta'alan le National. Elafaslan men Bisha. Medul didlak hi Malkutha. Haila with Despota. Leola Nalamin. Amen.